Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a review of this guy. It's a little different. This 16th scale Takom kit. It's the Wiesel A1 Tow piece of armor with like a tow missile thing on top, tankette kind of thing. It's a little bit different. I'll give you guys a heads up now and a warning if you have sensitive hearing. I did the best I can in editing, but the bags are so super crisp, crinkly and noisy. So every time I try to open a bag to get a sprue out, it makes a crazy amount of noise. Plus they're kind of hard to open. So apologies, I did the best I could do, but again, just warning, every time I do open a bag, it's like a seriously crinkly noise right in the microphone. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, welcome back. So today, something a little different. Some aircraft, we're going to review this guy, which is the Wiesel A1 Tow. So it's like a little tanklet kind of thing with a huge tow missile thing on top. And this is 1/16 scale. So it's good if you guys don't like the tiny little details, like the mini base kit I've been working on recently, or battleships, that kind of stuff. This is a nice big scale to work on, but it's not going to be too big because, as you see in the size in the picture here, it's not a giant Tiger tank or anything. So it should be a pretty cool thing to look at. So look around the box here, some of the markings, and this just came out a few months ago, I believe. And this side you got some sprues stuff. That's what you get in the box. You get a figures included as well, a little bit of photo etch and workable tracks. So let me open this up. And actually, I did have a rubber-free box already, to be honest with you, when I first got it, so it's a little bit out of order. So instructions does come in this bag. Like I said, it's quite unique. So just move this to the side. And the instructions, there's not too many parts at all in this. So it should be pretty straightforward, easy build. So first up, it's just the parts. And part number one, looks like we're working on suspension, which is workable, I believe. And then you're working on the back piece. Again, a few parts going on. Not tons of detail on this. I'm sure you can add your own. Again, this first couple pages here all about suspension arms, basically. Then we're working on the wheels, part 4, and the 5 and the 6, adding some parts down the side. 7's tracks, so it's workable tracks. And again, being 16th scale, it should be pretty easy to work on. Looks like we have 50 links on each side. Part 12, looks like we're building the machine gun. A few other little parts going onto the top of the hull. Then you're adding the two halves, the lower hull and the upper hull together. Then is that side skirts kind of thing, or the sides. Add him onto the main hull. Again, as you can see, it's very well laid out. It's not very busy, not tons of parts, and when we go through the parts, you see the size. So if you're a beginner, this might be a good kit for a beginner, or somebody who has some dexterity issues, that kind of stuff, eyesight problems, that kind of thing. It could be a great little kit. It's not very expensive, I should point out. This was about $50, I think I got it from Sprue Rovers. So 18, we're moving to the tow missile system. 19. A few more parts. 20's the guy. It's like quite a few parts going on. You've got to add the figure. Again, 16th scale, so it should be pretty, nice to work with. And then we get the markings. So there's 5 of them. Very similar. So here's the first 2. The callouts are all in MIG, but it's a typical NATO camo. It's a NATO green, brown, and black. That's what it makes it up. Here's the other 2. And finally, more of a deserty kind of look. I think this one right here. Just reading. This is International Security Assistance Force (ISAF) in Afghanistan, 2011. So these actually were real deployed 10 years ago now. A few other bits of sales, things they sell, and that is it. Instructions. So pretty straightforward. Okay, in the bag we have a nice piece of photo etch. Some grills, decals, figure out how to open them. Being armor is not too many at all, just a couple of flags, K4 markings. Looking really good. Some license plates. Okay, put that back in the bag. Okay, onto the parts. Now, this is it. This is the size of it. You can see, let me zoom back out again. Oop, wrong way. Good knife. Okay, it's like a bag inside a bag. This is very confusing. Alright, easy way to rip them. Okay, so here it is. I mean, so it's nice plastic, as always with Takom. And you can see it's, you know, it's a good chunky size, but not massive. So if I'm putting here, it's about 7 inches by 4 inches. So it's already much bigger than a normal 35th scale Tiger tank, I guess, in sort of footprint. But yeah, you can see, well, different textures on here. You can see, hopefully you can see it on the camera. It's a nice surface detail. Tons of like ejection pins on the inside here, which you don't care about because it's on the inside, so you just need to make sure you knock these off. Not see like that with my finger, just pull them off because it might foul up parts, so I'd recommend you go through and just ping all these parts off. Okay, then working on the lower side, a little bit of detail at the bottom. Again, very nice crisp plastic. Again, you got the big huge ejection pin things here. Again, just want to just rip these guys off. Again, so you don't foul any pieces when you put this thing together. So that's the main size of this guy. Looking really good. Now onto the small parts. So there's not a lot here. This is all plastic you get. So not tons. It's a 16th scale kit. So here it looks like we've got the wheels. Match pair, 2 E's. Okay, looking really good, nice and crisp. No flash or anything like that. Again, you see the cutting mat, squares of my cutting mat are centimeter wide, so yeah, you can see the size of these guys. Again, nice detail. Next out of the bag is sprue H, which is the clear parts. I don't think we really take these out, but there's just a couple of light lenses. This is like kind of frosted, which is interesting. Light lens, and then just a bunch of like vision portals, I guess. Ports. Again, really nicely detailed. It's like, nah. You got ejection pins on the inside, but obviously you don't care about that. That's on the underside. Very slim, not the big chunky ones we just saw. Nice and crisply molded again. This one has a slight, if you can see in the light, it's a slight, if I rub it, it's slight grease. There's mold release agent on this one, so I would need to probably wash this in the some warm water before I start it. Sometimes kits are off the line pretty quickly. You sometimes get like the greasiness. It might might affect your paintwork, so I can just feel it. Just doesn't quite feel 100% dry plastic. It's got that kind of greasy kind of touch to it. But again, really nice parts. Some other little parts. Sprue B. See, it's a shovel. This is the machine gun, and that's other little parts. Say little, see like the grab handles and stuff. They are small, but not as small as they would be on the 35th scale, obviously. So it's a little bit nicer to work with. Really nicely detailed. No problem at all. Cracked. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. So obviously 2 for each side. So 4 sprue F. So the pads, there should be a little jig somewhere in there. Did I come across it already? There it is. So here's a jig on sprue B. So the jig's right here, and then that's going to help you kind of put all this stuff together. Not too bad at all, I don't think. It should be workable the way it works. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad. So just 50 on each side, so it could be a lot worse. Nice, crisp, nicely molded. Shoes. A lot of this is 2 parts, like 2-part head, legs. So I'd be interested to see how this goes together. You've got seam lines to handle on stuff, especially the creases on the pants along down here. That could be problematic. There's seam lines, but again, I have no idea. There's a face. But yeah, it's nice they add this because, you know, by 16 scale figure nowadays, you're looking at $15, $20 alone. So the fact this is $50 for a tank and you get the figure included is a pretty good deal, I think. And this also helps the scale perspective too, because once you have, you know, I always think having a figure next to a piece of armor really kind of helps kind of define the size of it and stuff. So that is really it. I mean, it looks a really nice little kit. They've done a few of these tankette kind of kits. They've done a couple of Japanese ones. They've done a couple of German ones recently too, I think Panzer ones, and now this guy. So it looks really nice. The kit, I'm definitely looking forward to building this as a change kind of from building aircraft all the time. So again, this is the Takom's kit, the 1/16 scale, 1011, and the Wiesel A1 Tow.